Hi everyone, this is 10 and welcome back to the Clash of Clans war table. This was our most recent war. It was a slaughter. We beat them by 10 points. You will notice something, and that is that we used 30 out of 30 attacks. We are pretty good about participation. That is something that I'm sure you guys are good about as well. If you are not and you want to win wars, make sure your members participate. Want to point out a few things on this particular raid. This is myself attacking a Town Hall 10. It is not a max Town Hall 10, but we know that I am not a max Town Hall 10 either. Maxed Infernos, maxed Mortars, maxed Wizard Towers, and some other maxed weapons. So it is a formidable opponent. It's not something that you can walk over without planning. Just want to walk you guys quickly through what I was thinking when I looked at this base. I saw percentage points here, so I thought maybe I could somehow attack this area, but I was worried that if I used a balloon or two on the archer tower, there would be traps, and same thing on this side. If I used a balloon or two, there would be traps. So I was really worried about losing any balloons here to air mines. So I kind of just negated that area and thought to myself, you know what, don't worry about it. I started investigating this base. As always, I like to see the circumference of the clan castle and know where that is going. I also like to check the circumference of the heroes, and of course I like to check the circumference of the infernos, so I know at which point my troops are engaging the inferno. Now, to me, there is a flaw with this base, and I guess it depends on how you look at it, but to me it's a flaw. If you look at the town hall, the inferno is not covering this side of the town hall, and this inferno is not covering this side of the town hall. So don't just look at this as a defensive plus. Make sure that you check your own base, and typically you want both infernos to be covering your town hall at some point. I mean, I don't mind if they're a little bit far away, but you know, anytime as an attacker I can attack fewer defenses at a time, that's a bonus. I mean, if you can compact your DPS into compartments and separate them with walls, you're going to do a lot of damage to the attacker. Obviously, you want to make sure that your defenses are spread out in such a way that you are prepared for a hog attack, but this is a major flaw in this base. So I know that if I attack from this side, or this side, or even here, I'm only going to have to worry about engaging one inferno at a time. Huge plus for my attack. Now, I wanted to look and see how I could take advantage of all this percentage down at the bottom. So I really just started checking the circumference of all of the weapons, and I realized, okay, I can get an archer here, archer here, archer here, if that expo were gone. And if that expo were gone, because the archer tower does not cover these items, I could get minions there. Now, I wouldn't want to put an archer there because there is a mortar. So basically, this expo is the key to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what could be 10 to 11%. Conveniently, the expo, if I can get to it, also allows me to draw the CC. Now, sounds easy, right? Just send in a couple balloons or whatever and it's a done deal. Not so fast. We have to put ourselves in the position of the defender. How smart is this defender? Did he know that we were going to try and take out that expo for all that percentage? Is that why that percentage is there? Is every single air mine in this location and this location, or this location and this location, are all the Teslas right around the outside here? I don't know. So I looked at everything and I decided the best route to the town hall for me would be this area. And I decided that because I knew if I put an earthquake spell here, I could break open that entire compartment from this wall to this wall. Earthquake spell covers 7 spaces, guys, if you did not know that. So I'm going to use my main army to attack the town hall. I'm not worried about this cannon if I put my golems here. And if you've watched the previous videos, you already know why. And that is because if I drop my golems in this section, they'll go here, here, and this cannon is closer than this cannon, and this inferno is closer to this cannon than that archer tower or that cannon. So I know that the golems are going to go right in here, and I can, get a freeze spell in here or a rage or both, and it's pretty much over. Even if my queen does not go from the outside to the inside, I know that because there are only a few spaces between this wall and the town hall, that my queen can stand right here and shoot over the wall at the town hall. Remember, guys, if the town hall is set back 1 defense or less from the outside wall, your queen can shoot over the wall at the town hall and take it out. I see a lot of people really hell-bent on taking the middle of the base. I like to take the middle of the base as well, but you don't have to. You can let your queen shoot over the wall and take the town hall down, if you can guide her to that point. So I have my town hall kill down for 1 star. I just decided to let a golem or 2 wander into this direction because there's just so much percentage down here, and I decided to take out this expo. Now, the method at which I decided to take down the expo was this. I wanted to drop a giant here. You can see that there's open space there, right by the elixir pump. I wanted to drop a giant to draw fire from the expo, draw fire from the archer tower, and then I wanted to use balloons to take out the expo to free up all the percentage in this area. Now, what I was concerned about is if I dropped the giant and the expo, the mortar, and the archer tower locked on, that when I released my balloons, I was going to have every single defensive air mine in this section just wipe out my balloons. So I decided to drop a barb to look for spring traps before I dropped the giant. Then I dropped the giant. Then I dropped a minion to see if there were air traps for the balloons. And then I dropped the balloons. CC comes out. I drop the poison. And we're off to the races. This worked out really well. Always check the circumference of the clan castle, the heroes, and the infernos. If you're doing a witch attack, you want to check the circumference of the mortars and the wizard towers. If you are doing a air attack, you want to check the circumference of the rockets and any other air defenses. So you see, I dropped something there to test for spring traps. I dropped the minion to test for air traps. I dropped the giant to take fire. I dropped the balloons. Lo and behold, the balloons make it to the expo. They take the expo out, and they fall to the queen and the clan castle. But my goal is accomplished. Now, I'm being very patient here, and the reason is I don't want the dragon to take out the units that I'm going to drop in these locations in order to get the percentage. Be patient, don't rush. Look at your attack in stages, and I think it will also help you relax when you attack, because if you try to do everything at once, it's very difficult. So I dropped 1 wall breaker up there. No, that wasn't a mistake. I did that on purpose. I dropped that wall breaker without cover in order to see if there were any spring traps, and I also wanted to know if the wall breaker was going to go to that corner. There's a chance that the wall breaker may have ran over here because this cannon was the closest thing behind a wall that it could see, but it did see that corner. So golem goes in with the giant and clan castle, 3 or 4 wizards. I scatter out my archers, I scatter out my minions, just like we talked about. I have golems here, I have my king, I have a few giants to tank for the queen, and I have a handful of wizards here. I held onto a golem late because I wanted to try and send him in this pocket and protect those wizards. I probably did release him a little bit too late, but that's okay. I dumped a rage here, took out that inferno. Queen is almost at full health, 38%, Town Hall is almost Gaunsville. Goodbye, Town Hall. 44%. Queen is at full health. Wizards running around. Minions on the bottom. Archers on the bottom. And yes, it does help to have a level 35 queen. But that's not what this victory is about, guys. This victory is just about planning and timing and really taking your time and finding a way to get 50% and finding a way to get a squad in to take down that Town Hall. Really hope that you guys are enjoying the channel. I do have a lot more exciting Town Hall 9 3-stars. I actually do have a couple Town Hall 10 3-stars coming up. Really excited to make those videos. And please like the videos, subscribe to the channel if you guys are enjoying it. Any comments, I'm happy to make videos or answer questions. I do read the comments. And until next time, guys, build a stronger clan, one raid at a time.